Pak pilot in India's custody. That is the big breaking news that we are bringing. We've shot down 2 of their JF-17s, 1 F-16, and now we have a Pakistani pilot in our custody. What are the details that you can give us, Pradeep?
Yes, we got the information that one of the fighter aircraft has been shot down in the area near Jaisalmer. And what we have got to know that one of the pilots has been captured and he's in Indian custody. And right now he is being questioned and his identity is yet to be disclosed. But although there has been no official confirmation in this regard, but the sources there in the intelligence agencies have already confirmed that yes, the pilot who had ejected from that aircraft that was shot down by Indians has been captured and is being questioned. So that way it's going to be really big thing. It will be the same moment what actually they did with Abhinandan just a few years back when in Balakot the strike was carried out, and that time they have always been mocking and coming out to the beam that Indians should have a cup of tea. I think this is now the time for offering a cup of tea to their pilot who has been captured here in Jaisalmer. We saw that they had been trying to target many of our locations. None of their drones, neither of their missiles have succeeded to break that strong Suraksha Kavach by the air defense system. And we have seen that now India has launched a scathing attack either in Islamabad, they have targeted in Lahore, and we are also getting reports about in Sialkot. See, these were the areas where there had been terror den. Why from the Sialkot they started targeting Jammu? Because these were the places where the terror den had been completely demolished and decimated. We saw that this thing happening in Lahore. So they tried to target from the Lahore side also Jammu region.
Absolutely. More information coming in. Pradeep, interrupting you there. The pilot's identity has not been disclosed, but sources confirming that a Pakistan Air Force pilot has been captured by the Indian security forces after he ejected from his fighter jet flying over Jaisalmer. We know earlier this evening Jaisalmer was under attack. There were at least 8 missiles that were targeting, missile-stroke drones that were directed at Jaisalmer. We are now given to understand that the pilot of the Pakistani Air Force who ejected from that plane has now been taken into Indian custody. Also, big breaking news. This really means a big victory of sorts, an advantage of sorts for the Indian Defence Forces. Abhijit Iyer, Mitra, how do you see this? Reports coming in of a Pakistani Air Force pilot being taken into custody by our Indian Defence Forces while ejecting out of his plane in Jaisalmer. How do you look at this? 3 planes gone, 1 pilot in custody. Is Pakistan on its knees now?
You know, the one thing I've learned, Navika, is during the fog of war, let's not jump to conclusions. I want to see the images first before I confirm any plane downings. As for the pilot in custody, this is now physical custody. Obviously, we'll want to see him. We'll want to give him a cup of tea, hopefully lemon tea. I think Jaisalmer makes very good tea. So, time to give him a cup of tea. He has to be repatriated under the Geneva Convention, I believe. We can't use him as a negotiating tool and things. That will be organized through third parties, most probably the Red Cross within the next 2-3 days, as soon as the conditions are suitable for it. And that's how I expect this to proceed.
Well, yes, you're looking at it very coolly, you're looking at it very logically, but Shreya, joining me, Shreya, defining moment in this conflict so far, Pakistan, nothing has worked for them. India chose its targets on day 1 of Operation Sindoor, 9 targets, the terror camps were completely smashed. After which Pakistan did its other misadventure, targeting 15 Indian cities and installations. That was neutralized when India hit back and targeted all the installations, defense installation, and completely neutralized the air systems in Pakistan. And now Pakistan has tried to send its toy drones into India. None of them have been able to do anything that they were expected to do. Now three planes down and 1 pilot in Indian custody. What a defining moment this is. What more can you give us in terms of the details of this pilot's capture?
Absolutely, Navika. Those details still trickling in as far as the pilot capture is concerned. But of course, as we have been telling our viewers, this is the kind of befitting response that India's armed forces are giving to Pakistan with the kind of escalation that they've done. What I have with me here is a list of NOTAM which has been issued to 24 locations across India. There is Chandigarh, Srinagar, Amritsar, Ludhiana, Bhuntar, Patiala, Shimla, Kangra, Gaggal, all of these places in Punjab and Himachal Pradesh, Batinda, Jaisalmer, Jodhpur, border areas of course in Rajasthan, Bikaner, Halwara, Pathankot, Jammu, Leh, Mundra Port, of course we know that it's important, Jamnagar, Hirasar in Rajkot, Porbandar, Gujarat, all of these western border areas along the international border, Navika, have been issued a NOTAM, and this entire list goes on till Kandla and Bhuj in Gujarat. So extremely important notification there, NOTAM advisory being issued to these 24 locations across the country. Of course, more details still trickling in as far as the advisory and guidelines are concerned. We at times now are getting our viewers what the government is directing all of us to do, as well as the armed forces. So a high alert across the country, specifically the western border along the IB. Navika.
Absolutely, Shreya.